You're here definitely because you care about your mind. And welcome. I hope that we all together find beneficial ways to be able to take care of our minds and not stress about stress. you know, that's even more important for me. Today's topic is going to be about voicing out how you feel. So, you must have heard in various mental health care talks or mindfulness talks that tell the people that you live with or that you love, that you care about, how you feel. Voice it out and say it out loud. And I want to address that today, communication about how you feel, about your feelings. And I'm not just going to say that, do it, but I'm going to find a way where you can do it, and in a way that you effectively take it into action. For example, I'm not going to say just do it, do it, do it. Tell how you feel. Tell the people you live with how you feel. Tell your husband that this is the thing that I don't like about you, and I'm feeling this because you do this. And I know it's not easy. I'm not going to ask you to do it. Basically, I am just going to explore the subtleties that go with voicing out your feelings about your mental health. And I want to say that if it's not easy to voice out how you feel, I think we should start voicing out by showing how you feel. So, for instance, something about someone you don't like, and you feel something, like you feel sad when they do that, you feel unhappy when they do that, you feel lonely when they do that, you feel anything other than happy, you feel angry, you feel frustrated, stressful when someone does something. And you cannot just go and just say that because of your this action I'm feeling this. No, you cannot just go and do that. If you cannot just go and do that, I think in our actions we need to show to that person that this is unfavorable for my mind. For example, we have a habit of showing up for people no matter how they behave with us. No matter how they behave. So, for example, there are family events and you just are there with your family for the sake of being there with your family. Society hai, samaj hai, and you have to be there because you have to be there. Your presence, your showing up matters, and it matters for you, and it matters for the people, your family or whatever. So functions basically. But there are pent up emotions in your mind because of the experiences that you've had in the previous events. And you are not just able to go and say to that person, see, the previous, hey, you said this, and it hurt me like anything. I kept overthinking about it and it hurt me. And you just don't say it. You just show up in the family events without saying a word. But in your mind, that previous experiences plays itself again and again and again, and you keep feeling that hurt again and again and again. And this is so, now it I got an epiphany while I'm talking to you guys about this. This is so naturally we do this. We keep pent up emotions in our minds. What could be easier? What would be easier? It would be easier to just go and confront that person and say that the thing that you said, and I'm saying in a proper way, in a very sophisticated and sane manner, the thing you said between so many people that day in that event really hurt me. And I know your intention was not to hurt me, but it did hurt me, and I don't know why I kept overthinking it again and again in my mind. And I did not expect that from you. You were not the person that I was supposed to feel uh, hurt from, or maybe you are so important for me that what you said affected me in the first place, and that would be so easier, just to put it out to that person that you love, of course, but that is related to you, to put it out and get it out of your system, done and dusted, period. But we don't do that. Why? Because it's not easy. And why it's not easy is, again, the habits that are formed uh, since we were a child. So it's basically uh, in the set of it's called a paradigm. Whatever your paradigm is, the way you behave, the way you are, is the combination of everything that you have been exposed to, your upbringing, with the innate nature that you have. And it's not easy to drastically say that, oh, I'm going to be the person who's outgoing, who's just putting the emotions out. No, it's very easier said than done. So I want you to address it first, that you do this. If you do this, if you have pent up feelings in your mind about a person or situation or event, understand that there is a situation in your mind that you keep replaying, that has hurt you, and it could be anything, and you don't have to share it with me. No, if you don't want to, of course. But firstly, the first step is to address it, to address that, yes, I am feeling this because I experienced that situation or that scenario. But the first step is to address, and let me tell you, this is a big step, to accept first that you are feeling hurt because of something that happened. Let's move on to experience, just letting the other person know, speaking it out, voicing it out. Let's keep it for later, but first address what you're feeling, to yourself at least. And yes, therapists help you. There are wonderful therapists around that you can communicate with, because instead of speaking to the other person directly, it cannot be, I cannot say that the other person is definitely going to receive it well. I don't know the situation that you have gone through and the other person's behavior towards everybody, okay, or towards you. So I cannot just go and say that, just speak out to that person. But instead of speaking it out to that person, first step is to address that you have felt something. Address it out loud to yourself, that you have felt something because of so and so person. Second step is to express it somewhere. So first you can try therapists. If you cannot speak to your friends, or you cannot share it with anybody that you love, anybody else that you love, not to that person. So if you cannot speak to them, just share it with a therapist, or there's a method that people do. Just write down on paper. You have nobody to share it with. You cannot afford a therapist. Take a piece of paper, write down how you feel. Write it down clearly, the situation that happened, the person that hurt you, what happened, how did you feel about that. Just write it down. Tear the paper into numerous pieces and throw it, or you can burn it down, whatever helps. Just crush that piece, that experience, the paper, and crush it even from your mind. Again, not easier said than done. Easier said than not easier said than. Easy said than done. Okay. But let's just go with the flow. The second step is to crush down that experience in the form of either uh, being vocal about it to someone or writing it on paper and tearing the paper up off. And the third thing is whenever that situation happens again you go to a family event, again that is the person has you know who has a resolution to belittle you or put you down or anything like that, just understand that you will stand up for yourself. And yes, it is going to come to you, but it is not going to affect you now. And again, this is in your awareness. You don't want to go mindlessly feeling the things, just taking it all in. So, whenever the person again confronts you and again tries to belittle you or make you go through the same experience and hurt, I want you to address that this might happen again and you're not going to let it happen again. If it helps, you can speak up to the person at that time. Stop what you are doing, whatever you're trying to do, stop it. Don't go further than that. If you can say stop it, just do that. You may, if there are still the pent up emotions in your mind, you may cry your heart out there while saying stop it. You may bring it all up, whatever you felt till now. It may happen or not happen, whatever it is. Let's see where this goes. But while confronting to that person and not letting that sink in your mind again, new experience, you may feel all sorts of feelings and you may fail at it. You may again let that person hurt you. That's going to be a choice, and that's going to be a conscious choice you make this time around. It's going to be a conscious choice. Either confront and say stop it. You don't have to go any words further. Sometimes people, they want to speak a lot of things, it's in your mind, but it doesn't come to your lips. You just cannot recollect the words, the courage to say things to that person. But you can wait at stop it. You can say stop it, right? Just say stop it. You may feel a lot of emotions. You may be overwhelmed with a lot of feelings at that point of time. But feel all of those. Now this again may sound like kya feel karo. I know I'm going to feel, I'm not going to be happy with the way I feel at that time. But let me tell you something. You are not going to create another layer in your mind of this hurting emotion because of situations like these. You don't want another layer. We want to take out all the layers that are covering our mental health and making us sulk inside. So we are peeling the layer by layer to the mind that is full of flowers, full of positive emotions, a healthy ground. उस पे ये सब layers चढ़े हैं of experiences, of the feelings that you have felt, of the feelings that you have uh, suppressed, of the feelings that are into your subconscious. ये सब layers को हमें निकालना है and fully mind को experience करना है. I know it's a long way to go, experience that, and it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be comfortable also. But हमारे आगे के mental health के लिए हमें ये करना है. And that's my take on voicing out your emotions, voicing out how you feel, voicing out about your mental health. And I really hope, from the bottom of my heart, I really hope this helps. I'm not convinced that we are in a mental health crisis and we are here to lose the battle. I'm not convinced. Thank you so much for watching, for trusting me, and see you again very soon. Kudos to your mental health. Kudos to life. Thank you.